11 and the Conservative activist Rishi Saha. Welcome to you both. Thank you for coming in. The story that nobody can ignore. Jade Goody, Shilpa Shetty, the son. Let's start with that, Rishi.
Well, it's pretty unequivocal. It says, evict face of hate. And 6 not entirely flattering photos here of Jade Goody, the infamous now Jade Goody. It's an unbelievable story. I mean, when it first came out a few days ago, I thought this is going to last maybe a day, day and a half, but we're still talking about it 2-3 days later. It's unbelievable. It's just got everyone in the nation talking. And we've now got the final head-off. We've got Shilpa versus Jade, who's going to get evicted tomorrow. If you'd asked me a week ago, I'd have said absolutely it's going to be Shilpa who's going to get evicted, but given the events, the crazy events over the last few days and the furore that's come out of it, it looks like Jade's going to get evicted with a pretty whopping number.
But might some people want to evict Shilpa to save her from Jade? Do you think that might be a tactic?
I think it's possible, but I think, the Sun's getting behind Shilpa, every single major newspaper's getting behind her. There are even people out there, and I've got to include myself in this bracket, people who watch Big Brother but who never vote. To be honest, I'm going to be out there texting tomorrow as well, trying to save Shilpa.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for the first time ever.
Absolutely.
Too,
I think this is going to instigate a lot of new people to come out and vote, I think. They're going to make a lot of money, Channel 4, but hopefully justice will be done.
It's quite interesting that the Sun were the paper, really, that built Jade into the figure that she is today, and now they seem to be the ones hinting her destruction.
Yeah, it's a tough world, isn't it, when your claim to fame is very sort of ethereal like hers was. But I hope that this might also be the sort of death knell for all sorts of stupid people who use their stupidity as a claim for fame, and it's a sort of essential qualification for to be famous now. It's the death of celebrity Love Island, I think, has fallen, and I hope that this sort of makes all these things fall too, actually, and we get back to something that's a bit more
Do you think Jade
intelligent.
In herself is a victim? Do you think she's been exploited?
Well, I think it's half and half, really. I think when you look at her background and you see how emotionally damaged she is and how she can't really contain her emotions. If she feels something, she has to scream and shout. It's all over the top. There's no sort of levels of behaviour. I think she is a victim, but on the other hand, she's milked it for all it's worth. And if you put yourself in the front line, then you are there to be shot at.
Of course, we've all played into the hands of Channel 4 because viewing figures have gone up something like 3 million, I believe it is now. Do you think they've been blameless in this whole saga? Should they have taken responsibility sooner?
Well, obviously, like you say, it's great for their ratings, and they're going to make a pot of cash now because of all the people who are going to be texting and phoning in.
As 2 million, I think the quote is.
£2 million, wow, well, absolutely.
Eviction night.
As to what their responsibility was around this, I mean, I take the view that actually, look, racism is a really, really difficult subject. And actually what Big Brother's done, perhaps not intentionally, but it certainly made people talk about what racism actually is in the 21st century. The fact that it's not just calling people names on the street, it sometimes acts unconsciously, it's sometimes a subconscious reaction that some people have towards those who are different to them. And actually the fact that through this sometimes crazy, bizarre world of Big Brother, we've actually been able to talk sometimes maturely about some of those issues. I would say that, yeah, Channel 4 probably done the public a service in that. Could they have acted more responsibly? The truth is, we all know what we're getting ourselves into when we watch Big Brother. They enclose a whole bunch of really quite odd people in a bizarre situation, and there are going to be fireworks. The fact that there's a racist firework here, well, I guess it was just a matter of time. But I say they've probably done about as much as they could have done on this.
Angela, do you think that Jade can be exempt from racism given her background? Apparently her father is mixed race, or do you think that doesn't matter?
No, I think that doesn't matter, actually. I think it's how you behave. I mean, you get people who use their background in a positive way and some people who use it in a negative way. And I think that she likes to divide and rule and control, and I think she gets an adrenaline rush from being unpleasant, and this is one way of her getting an adrenaline rush.
Okay, another take on the story, a lovely letter from the Indian Tourism Office.
It's an advert.
To Jade Goody herself.
Yes, it's an advert
in the Independent.
In the Independent, which is incredibly clever. It's called Incredible India, but it's incredibly clever. And they invite her to come to India and say what a wonderful civilization it is. And then the penultimate paragraph is hilarious and says, as a beauty therapist, you may be especially interested in visiting one of the many spas where you can cleanse your stresses away. enjoy yoga in the land that invented it. You know, I mean, it's absolutely riotously funny. Actually, I can't imagine her going. But
well, I can imagine this is another reality TV show just waiting to be happened.
Jade's
Redemption in India, her tour around India, her cathartic release, trying to learn about this culture which he clearly doesn't understand very well. I think there's definitely, if not one show, maybe a series of shows. Maybe Sky want to commission it, I don't know.
I don't know, I can't commit to that, but you can see some producers' ears being pricked up at the thought of that.